Welcome back, and joining me for a closer look at what's played out on the market scene today is Craig Pheiffer from Sasfin Wealth. Thank you so much for your time, Craig. It is the first day of trading for the second quarter of 2025, but of course, very important day because tomorrow we will be waking up to the Trump tariffs. How are you feeling ahead of that? Because the markets are actually feeling quite good.
Well, we've had quite a period of not feeling so good.
Yeah.
And actually feeling a little ill. And I think, it may be a little bit of, and we don't know the facts yet, but maybe a bit of sell the rumor, buy the fact. But yeah, we won't know the facts until tomorrow. And all of the negativity has been around just the uncertainty. We've had, tariffs 20% in the morning, they 40% in the afternoon, and the next day there's no tariffs because we had a nice chat over dinner. But then it's all different the next day. So I think the market's looking for a little bit of certainty, or a lot of certainty, let's put it that way. I think there's more to come on tariffs, as they've indicated, on some of the sectors, maybe more to come on pharmaceuticals and lumber, as we saw with the auto industry. But it's just about getting some clarity. If it's going to be 20%, tell us and let's move on. And then we can all start thinking about what does that mean, for reciprocal tariffs, and what does that mean for economies around the world? What does it mean for the US economy?
Yeah.
What does it mean for interest rates? What does it mean for growth and corporate results?
Yeah. Well, talking about corporate results, let's come back to the JSE. We did have Renergen giving us a quarterly update, talking about the highlights that they've seen in LNG production and also the milestones that they've reached with the liquid helium. Company also still trying to get its ducks in a row in terms of liquidity. What did you take out of that statement?
Yes, I think the fact that they actually managed to get those or refrigeration or transportation issues under the belt. I think we know globally that transporting helium is quite a tricky thing. Yes, when you think trying to reduce temperatures to minus 269 degrees, that's quite a thing. But they did get some success, and I think the market rewarded them today for that bit of positivity. But when I look at the share price, it's still down over 80% over the last 2 years or so. So they've got a way to go, and capture. It's a kind of market darling, kind of exciting stock that people like to follow. So let's hope that they can continue on those successes.
All right. Well, a stock that has not been exciting for the past, maybe 2 years or so is Sibanye-Stillwater, but of course, really a sector problem with PGM prices in a downward cycle. Today, we actually did see in morning trade, it was up about, that stock was up about 4%, although it did reverse most of those gains. I did see that they had a sense out with a milestone that they reached with their Castle Wind Farm. I don't know if that had anything to do with the stock price surge that we saw earlier on today.
I think there was an element of that positivity to start, but it's a nice bit of positive news. But at the end of the day, the company still produces PGMs, and those prices are lower. And at the end of the day, we'll come back to those fundamentals. And that company has also been on the back foot for some time now, on the back of those lower prices.
Another company that has actually been on the back foot because of subdued demand is Mondi. But today they came out that they have completed the acquisition of packaging assets in Western Europe. I did see initially that stock up about 2%, ending off up more than 1%. Just talk to me about, what that acquisition could do for Mondi at this point in time.
I think it's just a small piece in a bigger puzzle. This is a company in the space that relies on economic activity, people doing things, and when economic growth is strong, there's good demand for their products, as one could say for a lot of products, but especially in that paper packaging space. You get more transactions, people are doing more, and that's what they really need to see. So when times are tough, when economies are slowing, then companies start looking at trying to improve their efficiencies, look at their capital structure, do a bit of M&A, And I think maybe this is just a bit a part of that, just trying to find the right balance and niche for the business in the current environment.
And indeed, a lot of M&A going on in this current environment. But let's get to your stock pick for today, Craig. What are you hanging your hat on?
One of the stocks in our global equity portfolio is Visa. And, it's been a good steady eddy. It kind of takes you away from a lot of the technology, highs and lows, and, out of the healthcare highs and lows. And it's just, it depends on, its bread and butter is just ongoing global transactions and volumes, going through. It's had a great run. I think if you see any kind of weakness on the tariffs news, you could look to get in there. I think we still have to understand, once we know what those tariffs are, how it's going to impact cross-border transactions and volumes. But, they could be a beneficiary, they could be a bit of a loser. But I think in any bit of bad news, any knock in the share price, it's one to put in the cupboard for the long term.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time and for your insights there, Craig. That was Craig Pheiffer from Sasfin Wealth.